Okay, hello, good evening. Hello, Gabriel. Uh, so you're the only one here today. Okay, I guess Renee, she was too busy with her work, so she's home quite late every time. Okay, anyway, so I hope you're not lonely here alone. We are going to continue with our chapter 10. So we stopped around halfway here last week, I think. All right. So let's just do a quick revision. I hope I can finish this by today. So we have mentioned all types of energy last week. Okay, what is energy? Energy means you can do work. With energy, we can do work. So we have two types of energy. We have stored energy and we have movement energy. All right. So you have your gravitational, elastic or strain, chemical, which is in your food or your fuel, and how you have your kinetic, which is the moving one, okay, like your air particles, and then you have sound, you have electric, you have heat, electromagnetic, you have light, and so on. Right, so the types of energy here is very simple. And of course, what is the energy transferred? Like I said, energy, I said this a lot of times already, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. All right, you cannot create energy out of thin air. You cannot just destroy energy. Energy can only be converted. Like in this case, if you want to light up a light bulb, you cannot just make it light up for no reason. You need energy for it to light up. So if you give it 100 joule of light of electrical energy, all right, but your light bulb doesn't give you fully 100 light energy. They only give you like 80. All right, the other 20% is what we call wasted energy. All right, all kinds of energy have waste. All kinds of appliance at your home, your aircon, whatever, they will produce some sort of waste. All right, it's like rubbish. You cannot, there's no such thing as zero rubbish. It's very hard to achieve. There will be some form of rubbish, right? Like sound energy, your noise, your heat energy from your car. Those are unwanted energy. Those are energy we don't want. Energy is wasted. Okay, we call it that way. And of course, we look at our energy transfer diagram lah. This one you know how to draw lah. But the key word here is the Sankey diagram. All right, so this diagram will show us how much energy is wasted. The going beside one is wasted. The one coming, towards the right hand side one, that's the useful energy. Okay, this energy is what we call useful energy because, as the name says, this is useful, right? If I give a light bulb 100 joule, 75 light energy is the energy that I can use. Light is something I want. So that is useful energy. Whereas this 25, the going to the side one is useless. So we call it, wasted energy. Okay, because I mean, in a light bulb, you wouldn't want to heat up. Okay? In a light bulb, you wouldn't want heat because heat in light bulb is useless. Okay, so anyway, let's look at other processes. Right, there are a few processes here that I want to talk about today. Right, they all involve change of energy. Right, so remember we learned about the change of energy, the conversion of energy, energy transfer last week. Now we look at, in real life, where do they happen? Where do they take place? What are the few common examples? Right, common examples are, so number one, the best thing we can talk about, the most obvious thing we should talk about is photosynthesis and respiration. And it's just in case you haven't realized, these two processes, they are opposite of each other. Plants, they will do photosynthesis, and then they will give us oxygen and sugar, oxygen and glucose. We use that. Okay, so animals like us will use that, will do respiration. Respiration will take what plants give us, glucose, oxygen, we will change it to carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so if you put it this way, Okay, photo and respiration, photosynthesis, they will produce glucose, which is sugar and oxygen, and give it to us. We will do respiration and we'll give them back carbon dioxide and water, and then we'll give them to photosynthesis. Photosynthesis will change these two into these two again. So it's like a cycle. All right, so because of this cycle, there's a transfer in energy. All right, so where does photosynthesis get energy from? They get it from sunlight, right? They get it from sunlight, right? So in this case, plant absorb light energy using chlorophyll and store them in glucose. Now you see, they absorb light energy, they turn it to glucose. So in this case, you are changing light energy. Okay, you are changing light energy to chemical energy because food is chemical, right? Like I said, chemical is in food, chemical is in battery or fuel. So your food has chemical energy. So this is in your glucose. Okay, so when consumers like us, okay, animals and insects, we eat plants, the chemical energy is passed on to it. So we will get a chemical energy. Consumers then carry out respiration to release the stored chemical energy in glucose. So we release the energy out. But here's the thing, only 10% is passed on to the next level. This one you can, kind of ignore if you don't want to memorize. But just to let you know, if you look at the food chain, right? You know what's the food chain, right? You know what's the food web, right? What's passed to the next level is just 10%. All right. So let's say chicken has 1,000, let's say 10,000 joule of energy. When we eat the chicken, we only get 10%. So they have 10,000, we get 1,000. So very little energy is passed on to the next level. Okay, that's the thing. So the remaining, where is it? Where's the other 90? Is it destroyed? No, like I said, you cannot destroy energy. They are used for growth, body heat, excretion, digestion, and movement. So you see, when we eat chicken, right? Chicken has their own energy, but they already use 90% of it. They use it for growth, they use it for body heat because you need body heat to stay alive, to shade, excretion, to digest. Okay, they break down food, and for movement. Chicken, they run around, they will release energy. So that 90% you cannot get one. They already used it. You only get a 10%. So whatever food you eat, okay, put it in perspective, whatever food you eat, you are only getting 10% of energy they have. Okay, let's say two pieces of bread gives you 200 calories. Two pieces of bread will give you 200 calories. So originally they have 2,000. So that's the meaning. We only get 10%. All right. So you see heat energy. This is heat energy. This is heat energy. All right. So all food that we consume comes from light energy from the sun. So this is a very good concept that you should know. All energy, all food comes from the sun. Right? Think about it. Whatever food you eat today, it all comes from the sun. The veggie you eat comes from the sun. The rice you eat is from the sun. The meat you eat might not be directly from the sun. You say chicken is from the sun, man. But chicken, they do eat grains, right? Chicken, they need plants. They need to eat plants to survive, right? So plants come from sunlight. So all the food you eat, they come from the sun. That's the meaning. All right, so as you can see here, is the change between light energy and chemical energy and some heat energy. Because we don't get the full chemical energy from food, we waste some of it into heat to keep our body warm. Okay, so next, electricity generation. All right, so let me talk real quick about this guy. So who is this? He's the father of electricity. Okay, he's the father, I wouldn't say father of electricity, father of electricity generation. What does it mean? We know electric that exists, right? But how do we generate electric? It's because of him. His name is Michael Faraday. Okay, so Michael Faraday discovered that when a conductor, okay, a wire, is passed through a magnetic field, electric current is produced. This is how we generate electricity nowadays. Okay, if you don't want to know this, it's okay, because this is quite, you know, hard to explain. Okay, you'll learn this in year 8 and 9. Right. But just to let you know, this is how a generator works. All right. Michael Faraday, he invented something called a generator. That means when you have a wire, when a wire pass through a magnet or spin near a magnet, you will get electricity. This is what he meant. All right. So when a conductor or a wire moves near a magnet, you see, conductor, magnet moves, so you have electricity. Okay, so electricity is generated. Kinetic energy is converted into electrical energy. Okay, please highlight this. Please highlight this. Very important. So put it this way, put it this way. All the electricity you use today, they all come from kinetic. Think about it. So how do you get electricity? You get it from power station. So how does power station make electrical energy? By spinning this generator. You see, when you spin this thing is moving, right? Can you see this thing is moving? When something is moving, that is kinetic. So you are changing kinetic. This is changing, right? This is turning, right? Kinetic. You change it to electric. Okay, electrical or electric. So you see, we are converting kinetic to electrical. All right, so this is the basic principle of generation of electricity. So because of him, we managed to learn how to use kinetic to generate electricity. This is how hydro power station work. You know what is a hydro power station? We have a lot here in Malaysia. Okay, hydroelectric power. This is the thing lah. Okay, as you can see, this is a hydroelectric dam. Right, they will build near a river. So when water moves down, because water will always flow down, right? When they flow down, it will spin this generator, and you will get electricity. So this is hydro. All right, so basically all generation of electricity uses this thing. Okay, later you shall find out. We spin this thing in the bicycle too. This is how we create a small light here. Right, so the device that converts kinetic energy to electrical energy is called generator or dynamo. So what is a generator? This is a generator. Okay, this is a generator. We use generator to make electricity. So from a small bicycle dynamo to a large power station generator, the working principle is the same. Rotating a magnet surrounded by conductor. So you can either rotate the magnet or you can rotate the conductor inside. So you see, same thing. In this case, it rotates the magnet inside. The conductor is not moving. So when you rotate something, you rotate a generator, you are changing KE, kinetic, into electrical. So I don't care how small or how big a generator is, the working concept is the same. It's to spin something. You see, in this case, I spin a very big size magnet. In this case, I spin a very small size magnet. Still spinning magnet. Okay, you get what I mean? All generation of electricity, they spin something. So like in KL, just like I said, in Malaysia just now, when you spin this turbine here, can you see there's a turbine in the middle? When you spin that thing, you get electricity. So same thing. So this is your bicycle dynamo. When the wheel rotates, when you cycle, right? When you rotate your wheel, the wheel of the dynamo touching the wheel rotates as well. So this part will also rotate. Okay, because this part will touch the wheel. The rotating magnet and the stationary coil of wires interacts and generate electricity. So this thing will turn. This conductor will not do anything. Okay, this thing will turn, powering a headlamp. So now you have a lamp. So the faster you cycle, the faster this generator turns, the more energy you get. Okay, because more KE is converted into electrical. All right, see, more kinetic is converted into electrical, so same thing. right? So I don't care how, whatever kind of dynamo or generator you have, they work the same way, right? Even nuclear works this way. Okay, nuclear works by heating water into steam. Okay, steam will turn this thing, and you get electricity as well. So it's the same, right? So next, power station. This is the big one already lah. So similar to a bicycle dynamo, a generator in a power station consists of electromagnets surrounded by coils of wire. So you have a magnet again in the middle. You have wire around you again, like this. Okay, so when the turbine is rotated, when you spin this turbine, which is like a fan thing, okay, the electromagnet rotates and generates electricity. So this thing is connected to this thing, right? So when this thing spins, this also spins. So when this thing spins, when there's conductor, and then when there's magnet, you will have electricity. All right, so how do you turn this thing? All right, how do you get KE? Many ways, right? The turbine can be rotated in many ways. You can use steam. In this case, you burn fossil fuel, you burn coal, oil, or gas. You burn it, it turns into steam. This steam will turn this thing, and it will go back. So same goes to nuclear. We use steam and turn this thing, or by using water, like just now our hydroelectric dam, by using wave. Certain countries like France, they use wave because they're very big wave. And then of course wind, you spin windmill, then you will get electricity. All right, so I wish to draw your attention to this. Okay, right. Remember I said that energy cannot be created. Remember I said that energy cannot be destroyed. So now, pay attention. Okay, pay attention. The Earth has 8 billion people currently. Okay, our Earth has 8 billion people. So to support that many people, we will need a lot of energy, right? Because think about it. When you have more people, you need more cars. You need more factories to make more things. You need more electricity. Basically, you need more things, all right? So to make things, okay, if let's say there's more people living now, you compare now to 50 years ago, the population is like half, right? As we have twice more people now, okay, twice more people now, you need more food, you need more electricity, you need more of everything. Okay, so and everything needs to be created using energy. Okay, if you want to make new cars for these people, you need energy. If you want to grow food, you need energy. So this is why we have something called an energy crisis. All right, an energy crisis. So what is an energy crisis? This is the main thing that we are talking about right now. Okay, everyone is talking about this thing right now. So what is energy crisis? We don't know where else to get energy if our population keeps growing. If our human beings keep getting more and more and more and more, we don't know where else to get energy. All right, and currently the best way we can do it is by using fossil fuel. Right, which brings me to another point, that is burning fossil fuel. Okay, burning fossil fuel is not very clean. Your car burns fossil fuel, right? Your dad's car or your mom's car, unless you drive an electric lah. So if you use your dad's car as an example, they use fossil fuel as well. So when you have more people, you have more cars, you need to burn more fossil fuel. So most of our energy still comes from fossil fuel. In fact, 80% of the world's energy still come from fossil fuel. All right. So why 80%? Because you see, this is the best and cheapest energy we can get right now. All right. It's just like you look at a car, you understand. You look at electric cars, you look at normal petrol cars, like our normal car, it will be, if you buy the cheapest one, like my V is like 50 something thousand. But if you buy a Tesla, which is electric, very cool, but the price is absolutely crazy. That's like 700 something thousand. Okay, so many people say, sir, since electric is so good, right? Why are we not using it now? Because it's not cheap. It's not cheap yet. who knows, maybe next time it will get, cheaper. But for now, the only energy we use is fossil fuel. Okay, this is a very dirty fuel to burn because you create a lot of pollution. But hey, we have no choice. All right, if you ban fossil fuel, there's nothing else we can use. So only a quarter of our electricity is generated by renewable energy source. Okay, it depends on country. Okay, it depends on country. But for Malaysia, I think it's around this figure lah. Only a quarter. Okay, that means only 25% is using renewable. The big chunk of it, the 80% of it, we still use fossil fuel. All right, which is a bad thing. Because fossil fuel creates a lot of air pollution, okay, a lot of noise and whatnot. So we would replace this fossil fuel, but with what? You see, that's a big problem. Okay, so this is how your generator works. I think I talked about this just now. So when you heat your fossil fuel, you burn your fossil fuel, this turns into steam. Steam will spin the turbine, and it will spin the electromagnet. You get electricity. And you get electricity. So this is how they work. All power stations, besides solar, all power stations, they work this way, the same way. Okay, the same way, by using water to spin turbine and to spin the magnet. That's it. All right, so how big this thing is? That's your power station generator. They look this big, as you can see. Like 1 or 2 floors. I think it's that big. You see the yellow color thing there? That's the turbine. That's the big turbine that spins inside. This is a slightly smaller one. You see the turbine spinning inside? This is how you generate electricity. Okay, cool. So at the end of the day, it's about spinning this thing. That's the main way of generating electricity. So let's look at fossil fuel, right? So I don't know whether you read the news. Elon Musk is very against fossil fuel. Okay, I know his car is too expensive. That means what for he tells us, right? But here's the thing: we cannot keep using fossil fuel forever because our Earth is bad enough, right? So fossil fuel consists of coal, petroleum, and natural gas. Okay, you have to know this. When we say fossil fuel, fossil fuel has 3 things inside. Coal is the one they use. You know the black color stone, the black color looking stone. That is your coal, mostly used by China and Australia. Okay, we don't use coal here. Not to say we don't have, but very seldom. And of course, next is petroleum. This is what the US call oil. All right. Do not control petroleum and petrol. Petrol is the one you put in your car. Petroleum is that black color crude oil. The oil you get it from the ground is called petroleum. So you cannot use it straight. You have to go to the factory and refine it, and then only they'll sell it to you. And of course, natural gas is from your mom's natural gas. Okay, the one you use for cooking. Right, so they are formed by dead organisms millions of years ago. Right, like maybe the Jurassic era, okay, even longer than that. When the algae they die, they pile underground, and then they just become this black color stuff. So burning of fossil fuel has disadvantages, of course. Produces carbon dioxide, which is the main greenhouse gas in the atmosphere. This is the biggest problem right now. If we keep burning if we keep burning fossil fuel, someday the earth will be too hot to stay in. Okay, think about it. So, but currently, okay, since I say that fossil fuel is all kinds of bad, right? Wow, so then since fossil fuel is so bad, why don't we change? Because there's nothing else. Nothing else, because petrol is the easiest to use. You just get it from the ground, okay, you refine it, then you can use it, and it's fast. It's fast, right? You refill your car. Let's say your car runs out of petrol. You go to petrol station. It takes like what, 5 minutes? But if you are charging your electric car, your electric vehicle, it's cool, but charging it takes like what, 3 to 4 hours, which makes no sense. Okay, which makes no sense because it's not very good to use yet. Okay, why would you wait 4 hours only for you to drive like 10 hours? Okay, that's stupid. All right, and of course, non-renewable can be depleted in the future. Your fossil fuel is not forever. All right, so this is why, if you look at Dubai, you know Dubai, right? You know the Middle East, right? So Dubai, they got rich by selling oil, right? They got rich by selling oil, and they are not stupid. They themselves, they know this thing can't go on forever. One day, if the if let's say Dubai, they run out of oil to sell, if they have no more oil to sell, then the country would go bankrupt. Okay, the country will be poor. So what do? From the money they got selling fossil fuel? Okay, they sell fossil fuel, by the way. Okay, so they sell fossil fuel to Western countries, and they use the money to invest into tourism. That's why in Dubai they build crazy things. Okay, they build the tallest building in the world. They build this and that, so that next time when there's no more petrol, they can use, tourism as another income. That's why. But here's the thing. Okay, our main point is still what next? What's next? What do we use next? If there's no fossil fuel, then what? You have to know, without fossil fuel, okay, without these three, many things wouldn't run. Okay, your cars cannot run. Okay, transport cannot run. Electricity cannot run. Okay, so you have blackouts. Right, many things that will happen. But no choice. We have to depend on that because that's the cheapest we have. All right, so due to this, scientists have been trying to develop alternative source of energy from renewable energy, like hydro. All right, this is what they call it green, but is it really green though? Not really, because you see, to build this dam, you have to chop down so many trees, and you have to carry cement into this thing to make this. So it wouldn't make any sense. And of course, your solar is getting better as we speak. Okay, last time no people use solar because it's really pricey. But now we are trying to switch to solar already. And of course, wave, this is used by France and tidal too. You need deep ocean like the Pacific, the Atlantic, so they can use this. They use waves, up and down waves to spin the turbine. You see again, kinetic to electric. This thing also, kinetic to electric. This is from gravitational to electric. This is from light to electric. Okay, so windmill, same thing. KE, kinetic to electric. And of course, what is this? This is what we call biomass. What is biomass? Biomass is basically dead animals. Okay, dead animals, their bodies, the tree leaves and whatever. So we use that as a fuel to burn and to create electricity. Okay, can no question Right, I know this is a bit of a pollution chapter because it is. It's a very open-ended question if they ever come out in exam. All right, so this chapter is our energy. I hope you have no question. So where to get what is the type of energy and where do we see it in real life? You should be able to tell. Okay, so this is a very easy chapter. Okay, it's just about energy, the types, and how they convert. Okay, sorry, I'm having a lot of lessons today, so it's a bit tiring. Anyway, so let's go to our exercise, chapter 10 exercise. So I think we stopped around here. The types of energy we mentioned last week. So let's continue. Maybe we finish this and we can call it a day. All right, so number 6, Jamil works in a circus. He runs along the ground, jumps on the trampoline, and goes high up into the air. All right, so what is the type of energy here? Name the type of energy Jamil has when he's running. He's running, he's moving. So he has kinetic energy. Right, kinetic energy. When he's running, what? Okay, so name the type of energy stored by the trampoline when it is stretched downward. When I stretch something, this is called strain energy. Okay, no matter I'm stretching something or I'm pressing a spring, that is strain energy. Or you want to say elastic potential energy, that will be the same thing too. Alright, so C, name the type of energy Jamil has when he's up in the air. So when you're high up the air, you have a height here, right? Like I said, what energy determines your height? Your gravitational potential energy. We call it GPE for short. GPE will determine, how fast you go, how high you go. Okay, that will be your gravitational potential energy, or we call it GPE. GPE is the one when you're high up. Right, should be easy, huh? This is everything from the notes, huh? So next 7, energy can be transferred in different ways. And a battery is used to make motor spin around. So a battery is your electricity. Wait, electrical. Oh wait, they won't transfer. Sorry. So battery is from. Did they say chemical here though? Okay, let's just add one more. So battery is chemical changing into kinetic. Okay, because battery has chemical and the motor is kinetic. Next, a gas burner is used to boil water. Okay, gas burner means they burn gas, they burn your cooking gas, so same thing, chemical. Okay, chemical energy. Now they change it to heat. Energy. Next, a musician blows a trumpet. So he come out with the energy, right? So chemical energy also. And then you have sound energy. Right? Gabriel, I hope you're copying, I hope you're following, Okay, next, number 8. So Ella had a beaker of warm water. The temperature was 70. She poured some cold water and stirred the mixture. When she measured the temperature of the water, it had fallen to 40. Right, this is a very good question. That means he uses a cup of hot water. He pour it into a cup of, warm water. Then the thing will fell into 40. So why? Why? Because the hot water has a lot of heat, right? So when they pour into the cold water, the heat will go from the hot water to the cold water. So the cold water gets cold. Right, so A, Ella said a lot of energy in the hot water has disappeared. So can you disappear? No. Explain why Ella's statement is wrong. Because energy will be destroyed. And created. So the water didn't disappear. Okay. Or you can say water cannot be destroyed. Destroy will be enough because they say disappear here, man. Energy cannot be destroyed. So this is why she's wrong. You don't disappear. Money, same goes to money. Money doesn't just disappear. Like I said, if you have like 100 bucks of pocket money, 100 ringgit of pocket money, when you spend everything, okay, let's say you spend everything, you count, oh, you spend in total 93. How could it be? It must be 100 because if that's the case, you have $3 left. See, you cannot just destroy money. You are destroying the banknote, sure. You are destroying the paper, sure. But you cannot destroy the money. It's still written somewhere. Okay. Anyway, so B, explain why the temperature of the water decreased when cold water was added to the whole water. So why temperature decreased? Because heat flows from cold water to hot water. Oh wait, I reversed this already. Heat flows from hot to cold. Temperature always go from high to low, always go from high to low. I'm sure you know this lah. When your Milo is too hot, you put some cold water in it lah, so it becomes warm. Right, number 9, describe the energy transfer that takes place when you drop a pen. That would be your energy transfer. They go from gravitational. I'm just gonna write GPE lah to kinetic KE because this is such a long name to write. Oh, this one. Okay, I'm just gonna say GPE lah. I don't want to write, such a long thing. So from GPE to KE because when I drop it at the top, this pen has GPE. It will slowly change to KE. That's why this speed starts to get faster. Faster, when something is faster, you have more KE, more kinetic energy. So this is the energy transfer. So B, describe how energy is transferred from the battery of a watch to the moving hands on its face. So you start from chemical. And chemical is used to control a circuit board in your watch, so it changes it to electrical. Okay, so then the electricity in your watch will move the hand, so this is KE, kinetic energy. Next, C, give an example of a situation where energy is being transferred from a chemical energy store to a kinetic energy store. So give another example. Okay, how do you convert chemical to kinetic? So you can say driving a car. Okay, driving a car, when you're driving, your engine is burning fuel, so that's chemical. And then after you burn fuel, this thing, your car goes faster, so that's kinetic. All right, so next, 10, an electric toothbrush have a rechargeable battery. So how energy is transferred as the battery is recharged? This is by electrically using by light and sound by heating. This is wrong though, by electric though. The answer is by electric, not by light or sound or heating though. There's something wrong here. So B, take the box that shows transfer between energy stores that take place when the brush is used. When you use the toothbrush, you're changing chemical to kinetic. Because the battery has chemical. Now it changes to kinetic, so now your shaver can move. Sorry. Toothbrush, sorry, not shaver. Toothbrush. So C, for each picture below, write down the energy store the energy is being transferred from and to. So we start from a parachute. Parachute changes from GPE to KE. Because as you go lower, okay, to the ground, you become faster, you gain kinetic. So next, this is from chemical to kinetic. Sound is kinetic. Hey, wait. Where's writing kinetic? Sorry. Because I missed it here. Chemical to thermal, sorry. Okay, you didn't see this here? Because usually I write heat. Okay. Thermal. Okay, thermal. So a plane, it goes, this is chemical to kinetic. Must have misread it just now. So a plane is moving, so that's kinetic. I didn't write energy here. You write energy in exam, chemical energy to thermal energy. You have to write the full name. I'm just making your life easier here. Okay, next 11. Agnes is using a battery-powered whisk to make cake mix. A whisk is the thing you beat the eggs with. The useful energy output of the whisk is less than the energy supply. Agnes said that some of the energy disappear. Okay, can energy disappear? No, it's just lost. Right? So useful energy is less than supply. It's always like this because let's say you give 100 joule to the whisk, you only get back maybe 75% joule. The other 25 wasted as sound or heat or whatever. So fill in the gap in the sentence below, explain why Agnes' answer is wrong. So the energy that she thinks has disappeared actually has been transferred to less useful energy. Less useful. That means wasted lah. Less useful means wasted lah. Wasted energy. Okay, so B, fill in the blanks. In the mixer, energy transfer from the battery's chemical energy. Because battery is chemical, to the mixer's kinetic energy store. Because when the thing is spinning, that is kinetic. So, number 12, put a tick in the box. That's true. Energy is only useful when it's transferred from one store to another. Yes, if you don't convert energy, you cannot do anything. Okay, if I give you a bunch of food, a bunch of chemical energy, you cannot convert that to kinetic. What are you why are you eating it for? Okay, there's no use. So number 2, the useful output energy of a machine is always the same as input. No. Okay, that's if it's the same, then it's 100% already. Impossible to get 100%. Energy is always useful. No as well. Okay, you don't always get zero wastage. Useful device transfer energy from one store to another. Yes. Alright, this is pretty simple. Okay, this part is physics, so should be very easy. So next, now they want the Sankey diagram. Calculate the following diagram for each of the device. So for every 1000 joule, the car weighs 750 joule. So what is the useful energy? That will be 250. Right, because if you get 1000 from the petrol, you get 1000 from petrol, right? The 75 is wasted as heat and sound. That's why your engine is very noisy. That's why engine is very hot. You only get like 250. You use it to run. Use it to run the car. That's why petrol car is a very stupid thing. Okay, petrol car is a very stupid thing because it has very low useful energy. Alright, you see, you waste like a big chunk of it. You waste like 3/4. Okay, your car, okay, or whatever in that regards, your car or your bus or your taxi, whatever, as long as they use petrol or diesel, as long as they use fossil fuel, you know how stupid they are? It's like they only use 1/4 of energy, the rest is wasted. It's like you order zap fan, right? You go and eat mixed rice, you eat zap fan, you eat like 1/4 and then the rest you throw away. Your petrol car is exactly like that. So this is why it's not good for the environment. So for every 800 joule of useful energy, This wind turbine weighs 3,002. Wow. All right, so that means 800 is useful as electrical, 3,002 is wasted, so the total is 4,000. 4,000 joule. Okay, you just add these two together. Okay, so 4,000. So B, what is the main useful store which the car transfers energy to? Okay, so car, they transfer to where? Where's the useful energy? The useful energy is moving, right? So kinetic energy. I'm just gonna write KE here. Name one store that the car transfers energy to that isn't useful. So what is not useful energy? What is wasted energy? Like I said, heat or sound. I'm just gonna write one, heat energy or sound energy. In fact, this heat energy can overheat your car. This is why our car needs a cooling system. You know, when you add water to your car, right? That's to keep the car cool because our car is very hot. It's very wasteful. Right, let us finish 14, then we call it a day lah. Light from the sun can provide us with energy resources in the form of fossil fuel and biomass. Name the process that plant use to convert light into biomass. So how does plant get mass? They do it using photosynthesis. What are fossil fuels formed from? They are from dead organisms. Okay, many years ago. So two examples of fossil fuel, you have your petroleum, natural gas, and your coal. Right, so that's it for our chapter 10. Okay, very easy chapter. This is just energy. So next week we shall go into planets. Okay, are we going to learn electricity next month? Electricity is in year 7 for you. You see, that's the thing. Because according to syllabus, electricity should be in year 9. But if you want, I can go through a little bit. You mean the voltage, current, and resistance, that one? Okay, are they asking for parallel and series circuit? Oh shit. Oh shit. Why are you learning so fast? You're in year 7 this year? Oh my goodness. Why are they doing it so fast? You see, different schools, they will shuffle around with the syllabus. My goodness. Okay, you know what? Maybe we can do a little bit of electricity. Oh, I see, I see. Maybe we can talk a little bit of electricity next week. Okay. You remind me, I scared I forgot, Okay. I can upload the soft copy to the group. You know, as a temporary copy, you use it first, lah. Because according to our TDC syllabus, we are supposed to teach it like year 9. But since you want to learn it, I can teach, though. I don't mind. All right. So yeah, that's it for today. Okay. I shall see you next week. All right. So take care. See you. Bye bye.